Houston, say again, please. Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey there folks, welcome ye all to part 4 of The Outer Worlds on the Xbox One X. We are exactly where we're at the end of part 3. Let's crack straight in. We're off to see Adelaide McDevitt. So see what options we get. Because the bad man in the other town wants us to turn the power off so that they'll go back to the other town. And our companion here, Parvati, whose name I'll never remember, has asked us to speak to her before we do it. Let's see what she has to say. Basically, she's running a group of deserters from the town who want to live freely. Alright, yeah. Alright. Hey, hang on a minute. Why have I lost me? There it is. There it be. We'll be coming round the mountains when we come. Hey, this is a new little bit, isn't it? Not been here before. It's a barren land out in these pier parts outside the town, and say. That seems to be all.
Inside voices.
Something to read on the lab, is it? Really need to visit a shop. I can't remember if the girl at the bar was a trader as well. Somebody in that town must be a trader. Only got 2 things to unlock there. The Botanical Lab. Oh, we are got a guard on the gates. 800 XP, thank you.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Grace Romaero at your service. What's your problem? I'm looking for Adelaide. Oh, Adelaide.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed says something about farmer workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Fair enough. Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Well, you looked kind of busy when I walked up to you. We've all got problems. I just got shot into space.
Explains why you're still yammering on at me. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll keep an eye out, shall I?
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She
A
could
few
be
kindred
anywhere.
spirits. Unless Marauders got to her, then parts of her could be all over the place. Yeah, that's a bit harsh. Come on.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Honest.
I've got questions about Zoe.
Tell you what I can.
Any idea where she might be hiding?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
You snooped around her room.
Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
How well did you know her?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Let's change
What
subject.
is it?
Alright, let's do this. Wow, it's a beautiful section, isn't it? Look at the beautiful tree. It's a lemon tree.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
This is all thievery in here, people. Where would be Zoe's house then? I bet there might be a trader here, actually.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
You keep your wits about you too. Well, Adelaide will be there.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Alright, Stefan's the man we're after then.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Crush much?
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Kemp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple of pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Nice.
Set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
I think I've got one of them. I've got volume 3. Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
3. The elusive part 3. Someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands. What's on your mind?
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... oh, this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you. What's on your mind?
Okay, that is tapped out. Not sure where Zoe's house is at. Oh, hello. How can I be encumbered from getting blown up? Is it because you can only carry so much when you're injured? Alright, there's a minefield, look. So, what happened there then? I can now only carry 70 rather than 90. But it didn't tell me I was injured. Adreno healing heals 25% health over blah. Not overly sure how I... Oh, hang on a minute. What's that one there? The emergency medical inhaler activates all slotted consumables simultaneously, allowing you to quickly treat injuries and enhance your abilities. How was that used then? Because I thought LB was using the packs, but it's not. I don't know how to change between, like where it's got the LB button, there's a little 2 nodules underneath it. I don't know how to swap them.
On my way.
Okay, I seem to be moving again now. Right, what happened there then? So I used another stim. Confused. I wonder if it's because I held it and didn't tap it. Fixed now though. Alright, let's go and see old what's-her-face. Oh wow. Hey Adelaide, had a feeling you were going to be a white-haired lady.
Oh gosh. It's so...
The wise woman.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Well, there is a few. You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Reed sent me to make peace with you. Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Life is a cabaret, my friend. I think you'll find. I'm surprised you've managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Looks like you've made a home for yourselves out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
You're living off power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery, that's about it. Reed asks you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends. Something about coming back to town or losing power. I wasn't really listening. You're living off the power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery, that's about it.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant. This is serious. I'm about to cut off your power.
You're doing this for Reed? Why?
Your camp has a power regulator. I need to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
You made your point clear enough. I'll see what I can do. I don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side. What do you have against people trying to make a living? Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
Okay, I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Right, well, we've got a choice to make when we go to the lever then, haven't we? Whoa. Nothing but thievery here. Where's this guy that was selling shiz then? Let's find this. Where's he at? Where's he at? Zoe's journal. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me, no more cannery, no more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'am. And would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the Vale once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much adreno time. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick. Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of adrene at a time and suddenly you're committing larceny. Good news, I'm alive. Starting to feel a little better. Blah, 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 blah. It's nice to be away from the cannery. The labs have just enough power to run an aether wave. So I've been catching up on my serial dramas. Masked Marketeer. What would I do without you? Go crazy, most likely. Crack up, murder all my neighbours and run screaming into the hills like some wild marauder. I don't know. That doesn't sound too bad. I could see myself leading a cadre of marauders. A band of bandits. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Band of bandits. What would we call ourselves? The Formidable 14. 100 Hooligans featuring Zoe Bandy Queens. So she set up her own band of... Make the best gear for your friends and family. Companion perks. Your companion has leveled up. Oh, nice. And can be granted a new perk. Go to the companion page in your ledger. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires, probably mounted on the heads of their enemies on spikes, as a warning to folk like me, living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organised. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of Sultana. Should last me a couple of weeks if I ration. Got some adrenatime too. Everybody loves the adrenatime. Even Marauders, right? I got odds those Marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple of syringes of adrenatime at their eyes. This is going to be great. Look out, Terror 2, Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story just begun. I'm going to have a whole gang of Marauders at the back, at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. There you go. Woohoo! Level up time! Right, so we've figured out what she's been up to. Let's level up, people, and we can level up old Parvati as well. Increase this companion's maximum health. Increase the armor. Increase the amount of threat this companion generates when attacking enemies, making them more likely to attack this companion. Decrease the amount of threat and increase your engineering skill when Parvati is in the party. Oh, nice. That's quite handy, isn't it? Because her engineering score was too low to do something in that thing, wasn't it? Let's do it. Another 10 points. Increases the damage inflicted by your companions. Alright. Might be worth considering if we're going to have a companion all the time. Dialogue might be handy as well at some point. Persuade, lie, intimidate. Might do a bit of something else. I think the tech's alright for the time being. We've got 30 of that. Bit of dialogue maybe. Ah, so all changes will be lost, that's why. Apply, Stephen, apply. Yes, we only get one of those every other one, don't we? Bit harsh, people. Marvellous. Right, we want to find this dude, though. It's called Kev or something. Let's try and find him. This is Stefan Garcia.
Fancy duds. Do the tubes get in your way?
I'm told of your numbers sorry, I'm told one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Tell me a little about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. Hey, I got time.
Hey, Stefan. This is Stefan. This is the guy that sells stuff. What you selling, dude?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
I'm more wanting to just sell you stuff, to be fair. Your merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill and is used to negotiate prices when buying and selling vendors. Oh, it's good that I upgraded dialogue then. So, has he got a limited amount of cash or not? I'm not sure. Repair all equipped. Alright. I'm not sure how much that costs though, to be fair. The other thing is, I'm assuming it's not showing me the stuff that I've got equipped. Yeah, it's not showing me the stuff I've got equipped, is it? Light machine gun. It might be actually. Light machine gun. Doesn't say equipped though, does it? Hang on, dude. Hang on, dude. I need to get a grips with this game. No, there's two. We've got 3 machine guns, haven't we? One of them's equipped. So, that's fine. It's not showing the equipped stuff.
Something I can help you with? Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Alright, let's get rid of it. I'm not sure if the shovel just must be a weapon, surely, yeah. Well, that's freed it up a bit. Ooh, don't remember picking that up. Patch low pressure helmet. Oh, it's a medium though. We want light, don't we? And right control armor, but I think we're already on 4. Yeah, I'm not overly sure about all these items we're carrying. It seems to use them as a global thing for health when you hit that LB. Well, that's got our bits up, 2066. Lovely. The armour gets a good price, doesn't it? Or those two do anyway, looks of it. Oh, it's 13.1. Still quite heavy. I might get rid of the machine gun. Not a fan. Ah, weapon parts returned on breakdown. Right, okay. Can you break down these sort of items then or not? No.
Fresh off the...
Ooh, he's got a nice gun though, hasn't he? Look. Level 5. 3 grand. I've not got that much. Ooh, that's very nice. Like a revolver type thing, isn't it? Armor 9, medium. Harmful state. Yeah, see, a lot of these do harmful status effects and stuff. I don't want to start selling all me med stuff. Still feel quite heavy considering. I wonder if it's because of the heavy machine gun though. Now that that's gone, it might be better. Quite pricey, the old repair. Hibernation suit, Spacer's Choice. Oh, is that the one I'm wearing? Is that why? Getting there, folks. Nearly there. Yeah, hibernation suit's what I'm wearing. And it'd be light armor. So that's 4, that's 9. That's 3. Might be better with the right armor then. What perks has it got on it? Tech skill plus 5, yeah. Lockpick plus 5 on that, hell. Stealth skill on the light one. So the light armor seems to have stealthy stuff, which we're not doing a huge amount of. It might be better for us to move to medium. Not sure how the light armor is heavier than the... oh, it's a helmet, that's why. Hello? Okay, I'll just sell those 3 bits and then we'll get going. Yeah, what you selling?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes...
Alrighty, let's go. Well, we need to go back to the plant now, don't we? That's pretty much it. There's one green marker in front of us, and I think it must be the plant. Right, so we could dive back and give the illustrated manual to the vicar first before we kick things off, because something's going to kick off in it when we shut down one of these towns. Zoe be over here by the looks of it. Let's get on with it, shall we? Need to be a little bit careful sprinting around like that, because you stumble across bloody enemies that are well hard.
Got it. Heads down.
Well, there'll be quite a few of them. I think we're just going to have to go in guns blazing, aren't we, really?
Here we go. Down they go. Here they come. It's bouncing off.
If I could hit anything at all in this game, it'd be a bloody miracle. I can't even find where that guy fell. Full moon. Well, it's not a moon, is it? Looks like the arse end of Saturn. It's not, though.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Ooh, I'm a building too soon, I think.
Nice.
Standard trooper armour. 14 armour. It's a big jump in armour, isn't it? From 3 to... Well, it's a level 8 armour, that. Am I allowed to wear that? Bloody hell. Nice. Have a bit of that action. I mean, I'm losing tech skill. It's got sneak +7 on it. Oh, Zoe, what art thou? Hey, brother. What's going on? Really? The feck was that? Okay, these guys are taking more damage than I thought they would.
Can't get past that armor.
Why is this not firing as quickly as it was? What's that all about? Fuck's sake. I'm taking it Parvati's gone down. Jesus Christ, that was outrageous. Check out his armour in a minute. Pretty sure that Parvati's supposed to get back up again after she dies. Oh, there she is. I was a little bit worried there, old Parvati.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
Sure. You're Zoe. Your people are looking for you.
What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
I need you to clarify something for me.
I'm great at clarifying.
Are you a prisoner?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
I'm impressed. How'd you pull it off?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Why did you leave camp?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the Botanical Labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
There was something else.
I've got all the time in Halcyon.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
You should go back. People are worried.
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
What about Stefan? You two were friends. Stefan's planning a surprise for you, an episode of your favourite serial.
Wait, you're telling me he's got a copy of The Masked Marketeer? Why didn't you say so? I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Take care. Well, that went well. I need to start remembering there's exploding shit around the place. Another minefield, really? Yeah, I don't remember selling all that junk, you know, that sort of rings and all that malarkey. Well, we could just teleport back, I suppose. Mines. Okay, so we could scoot back to the main town, see the vicar. You're supposed to have headed off. What's upstairs then? Bastards Das, look, up there. Really? Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Could just be a visual thing, that. Why is there a big circle around there? It's lights on the path, Stephen. Oh, it's lava flowing down from the volcano. Very cool. Alright, let's head to... Is that it? Is that where the vicar is? Edgewater? Yeah, it must be. I can't remember for the hell of me where his church is, but we'll have a look. We need to give him the illustrated manual. And we need to go to the geothermal plant and pull the lever.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah, just while I'm here. Well, that went well. Bloody frozen on me.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated. We'll get you mostly drunk. Coming right up.
Yeah, hold all sell junk. I thought so, yeah, there you go, 2,700 and blah. That's in serious need, isn't it? 13.5. That's why it wasn't doing much damage, I think. Thanks for your time, ma'am.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
Yeah, I don't remember speaking to the constable.
I've never actually been in here.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
If you need help with your marauder problem, I am for hire.
As a Spacer's Choice Constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller. as long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Does the name Phineas Wells mean anything to you?
His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
He's a scientist. We're acquainted? Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Looks like there's a bounty on his head. He kidnapped me and froze me body and shot me into space. Then I landed here. Hey, never mind.
Wish we had some better rations.
Well, we got another journal thing there, didn't we? Oh, I need to return to Grace to finish that off as well. Come on now, where's your damn church? I've forgotten. Well, that's the way out. Ah, well, I'll tell you how I find out. Just need to highlight the damn thing, don't I?
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
Ah, there it is. There it be.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
I've got the book here.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French.
All right, calm down.
It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
You didn't want that book to keep others from reading it, you just wanted it for yourself. What's so important about the book?
I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
At least you still have your mission work here. Give you meaningful purpose. Why did you think the book would have secrets you're looking for?
Bokonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
At least you still have your mission work.
Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Could be a beneficial arrangement. You need a ride. You need a ride out of town. I wouldn't mind a ship hand. What's in it for me?
Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
So, I don't know if that's going to dump Parvati, though. Spiritual counselling. Are you even a real vicar?
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied? Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Alright, okay. So it becomes like a party that... Yeah, Parvati's still with me. That's grand. Come on then. Let the party build up, people. We're not far from having our ship at the ready. Well, we can go and do it now, to be fair, but we want to do these side quests, don't we? Find the... Oh, yeah, we don't need to do that just now. It's good you can teleport from inside the town to another town, which is quite good. Although, to be fair, the Botanical Labs wasn't it wasn't a loading screen, was it? You just sort of wandered into it. There she be.
What is it?
I talked to Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
Uh-oh. She joined up with the band of marauders. They hadn't hurt her.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble.
Pay up.
Let me know if I can do something for you.
Alright. Another one bites the dust. Getting loads of XP for doing all this. Ooh. Did she just give me that? Why is it red? It's almost like it's saying I can't use it or something. Bolter pistol, Jock. This small, lightweight pistol will make you feel like a big shot. Seems to let me go on to it. Is it a deficit because I'm not yet level? Oh, I am level 5. Deserter's reputation increased, thank you. Oh, that's a sweet ass gun, isn't it? Nice. I'm not sure who gave me that, if it was her or the vicar, but I'm going to assume it was her. That's level 9 armor. Yeah, it's not. Okay, next. Fistful of digits. How far away are they all? Yeah, they're scattered all over the land. It's one of those quests which probably should have picked up in the first place. Not been there yet, though. I don't... Oh, that's the landing site. That's the way back to the ship. So, we could probably get that done. Yeah, abandoned industrial zone. I don't think we've been over there. I think that's where she was, Zoe, and I could be wrong though. Could be that. We can't. Well, we can't fast travel there, can we? So that suggests we've not been there. That said, we can't fast travel to where Zoe was either if I'm in the right spot. So I think we're going to have to do that in the next part, people. We're already well over an hour, so we'll get that done. The frightened engineer is kind of one that we can come back to. I assume we can jump between planets if we want to later. The long tomorrow is... Alright. Asked you to bring him a cache of anthracylin hidden in the Emerald Vale Community Centre. Alright, well, we might be able to do that. So if we do that and the Fistful of Digits, it will give us some XP, and then we'll crack into the main quest and get off this damn rock. So there you are. It has been an honour and a privilege serving for you once again in the Outer Worlds on the Xbox One X, and I shall catch you all in the next part, folks. Take it easy, bye.